Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of the Munimade Podcast. I can't believe it's already episode 7. Thank you so much for joining me here today. The Munimade Podcast is all about me and my life and the crafts that I'm working on and what's going on with my shop. It is just an all-encompassing podcast to document my life, really, and sometimes people like to share in that, and I think it's fun. I love being able to document for myself what's going on with me. That way in the future I can look back and see what I was doing and what I was crafting, what I was going through at a certain period of time. But it's fun to just bring you guys along for the ride and give you a sneak peek into my life as a creative artist, small business owner, whatever you want to call me. I wear many hats and I go by many names, but yeah, it's just fun to give you guys a peek into my life and what goes on and, what I'm crafting, all of that. So welcome, grab your works in progress. If you're working on anything crafty right now, I encourage you to grab those, sit down with me, grab a drink, and let's have fun for this next hour or so and just chat like a couple of old friends. I love it. I love chatting with you guys, especially when, I sit here and I share a bunch in the podcast and then I get comments back where people, respond to the things I ask and the things I say. It's so cool. It makes me feel like I'm sitting here with a couple of friends. You may notice there's a different dog in my background. Oh, goodness. I don't know if you guys heard that. There's actually 2 different dogs here with me in my room today. This is the one that just made that awful hacking noise. Everyone, meet Minnie. Minnie Mouse, as I like to call her. Minnie Mouse. My mom calls her affectionately Minnie Boo. But her name is Minnie. Yes, like the mouse. And this is my mom's dog. Very specifically, she is like only my mom's dog. Normally, this dog is very mean to me. She hates me. She bites me a lot. She's just one of those very stereotypical chihuahuas that attaches themselves to one person and then everyone else is kind of outside that circle of friendship and they don't like to let anyone else in. So this is Minnie. She is a rescue. She came from as far as we know, she came from a home where she lived very secluded with an older woman. We don't know what happened to that woman. We don't know if she passed away or had to go to a nursing home or something and couldn't bring her dog. All we know is that she pretty much lived her whole life very secluded, just sitting around with the old lady. So this dog, she's very special. Right, Minnie? I can't keep a straight face. I'm honestly kind of scared to hold her. But yeah, she's very special. She's got a lot of issues. She's got a lot of anxiety. But you know what? My mom loves her and she loves my mom. So it's really a beautiful relationship. And I'm very happy for my mom and for this dog for finding someone to rescue her later in life. She's a little bit older. She's 8 years old or so, or 9. I'm happy for her that she found someone to rescue her later in life that loves her so much and babies her, because, older dogs don't always find homes. So good for you, Minnie. She's literally shaking and staring at the door, waiting for someone to come save her. So this is Minnie Mouse. Okay. Bye. She's a Chihuahua. There's 2 different kinds of Chihuahuas. You guys see a lot of Chihuahuas on my channel. I like Chihuahuas. My family likes Chihuahuas. She is an apple head. You'll see that her face is kind of smushed in a little. She just looks a little different than the other Chihuahuas we have around. But yeah, this is Minnie. This is Minnie Mouse. She just got dropped off this morning. My parents are on a cruise. Good for them. And then back here, I'll bring her and show her to you guys later. This is Precious. Precious is not my childhood dog, but my what's the word? Adolescent dog. We got her when I was a freshman in high school, and she's still kicking, right, Presh? Okay, Minnie. It's dramatic. Okay. Are you good? Okay. Yeah, but we got her when I was a freshman in high school. She's still kicking it. She's an old lady, but she's still got lots of spunk and, yeah. Right, Bryce? I love her. Precious is she's like the first dog that I had in my life that I really connected with on a really deep level and really felt like was part of my family and was just like an equal family member to me. So yeah, Presh. Yeah, my baby. My first Chihuahua experience. I just like tear up when I talk about her. I just love her so much. I love her so much. I love you. I love you, Presh. I love you. Does she know how much I love her? But yeah, she lives with my parents. She's a family dog, but she lives with my parents, with Minnie. And of course, Chica and Roxy are ours. So for the week, we have all four of them over here at our house. So we've got a full house. We've got a lot of fun. 4 doggies running around. It is never a dull moment here. Thankfully, all the dogs get along okay. Sometimes Roxy and Precious get in fights because they're the biggest ones of the pack, and I feel like they're trying to assert dominance and kind of figure out the pack order a little bit. But for the most part, everybody gets along, except for Minnie. She's just cranky and... Minnie's cranky and hates everyone. Yeah. Dude, I said she's cranky and she gave me the death stare. Woo, I'm scared she's gonna like murder me in my sleep. She just, yeah. Everyone's fine. It's just Minnie hates everyone. But yeah, so that's brand new. That happened this morning. My parents dropped them off this morning. But other than that, I've had a lot of other stuff going on. I just want to give a reminder that the every other Tuesday schedule for the podcast is really just a goal and a guideline for myself. And just a structure to let you guys know what my plans are and what my intentions are. But obviously life happens, and I don't always get to keep up with my schedule exactly perfect. Things have to change and shift around, and most everyone is totally okay with that. The person who's most unokay with that happens to be me, which is really fun. I just get so upset whenever something in my schedule has to change or be shifted around or doesn't go to plan. It bothers me so much, even though nobody said anything, nobody said anything hateful. There's really not any ramifications. That's the beauty of working for yourself, is that you can shift things around, and, you don't have a boss that's going to yell at you. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be the beauty of working for yourself. Yet I'm the boss, and I internally yell at myself, and I get very frustrated when I don't meet deadlines or I don't uphold my schedule, and I get very angry with myself. So that's really hard. But if I can serve as an example or inspiration to anybody out there, I would just like to encourage you guys that, life is fluid. Things change, things happen all around you, and it is totally okay that your plans don't happen exactly how you envision them sometimes. That is totally fine, and you should forgive yourself for that. And I'm speaking as much to myself as I am anyone out there listening who needs to hear this, but like, life is what happens when you're too, what's the saying? There's like a saying, or like, you make plans, God laughs, things like that. Plans are good and they're very well intentioned. I think it's great to have plans and goals and structure, but do not beat yourself up if you don't reach those. So that's what's been happening with me. I've been beating myself up a little bit for not getting the podcast up on Tuesday. But the reality is that I spent the majority, this is Friday when I'm filming it. Happy Friday. Hey. The majority of my week has been spent not feeling well. I've been very unwell, and I don't want to get into the details with it because it is personal, but I just haven't been well, and this week has just been a wash. So I'm just trying to pick up the pieces and move on, and I am feeling better today. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about happy things, fun things. Yeah, cool. So how you guys been doing? Have you guys been feeling okay? Every time I go outside, my allergies are like, and I just feel my face swelling up and my eyes watering. It's a mess. I can look out the window and I just see stuff. It looks like it's snowing, but it's really just like pollen falling out of the sky. It's honestly a nightmare. But hopefully you guys are doing okay, keeping healthy and safe and all of that. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I have to say the biggest thank you to you guys because last week I did a live stream to celebrate my birthday. My birthday, as I announced, is May 11th. I have previously spent the past 8 or so, 9-ish years online, publicly stating that my birthday is May 9th. And there was a couple of reasons for that, but now I just don't have those same reasons anymore to be dishonest, if you want to call it that, about my birthday. It was just a couple days difference, and I just kind of moved it for whatever reasons that we won't discuss. You gonna get cozy, baby? Okay. And but my birthday was May 11th and it was really good. The day before, I had a birthday live stream that was so good. Thank you so much, everyone who came to that and hung out with me, and the people who sent a tip through my Ko-fi. That was so incredibly generous of you. Shout out to Robin and my husband for giving me actual physical gifts on my birthday. It was so much fun, and the biggest gift of all was that you guys got me to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. I'm so excited. That is one of the biggest milestones you can reach on YouTube, and the reason is because that is the requirement for applying for YouTube partnership. So I can't apply for partnership yet because there's also a subsequent requirement to have a certain amount of watch hours, and I unfortunately do not have those yet, but we're working on it. But the first step was getting to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. That was an incredible gift that happened during my live stream. So if you want to see it happen live and rewatch that replay, you totally can. It's still here on the channel. But thank you. That was the best birthday gift I could have ever been given. I will never forget on my birthday that I reached 1,000 subscribers. It's so cool. And for the record, YouTube partnership isn't the end all be all. It's still fun to be on YouTube before you're partnered. But there's a lot of extra features that open up to you once you're partnered, for one. It's also very highly rumored that YouTube really doesn't promote videos from not partnered individuals, meaning they don't push them to the top of algorithms and searches and stuff, so it's harder for people to find you. Because think about it, when you're not partnered, you don't have ads on your videos, so YouTube isn't making money from your videos, so why would they prioritize promoting your videos, if that makes sense? So there's a lot that goes into it. There's, it's very rumored that once you become partnered, YouTube starts to promote your videos more and more people find you and you gain more traction. And of course, the ads and the very minute, I must add, ad revenue that comes with being partnered. I think there's a misconception out there that people just make tons of money off of ads on YouTube, when that's really, really not the case. The big YouTubers you see on the platform that are perceived as rich, they have brand deals, and that is where they make a lot of their money. It is not from ad revenue. Ad revenue is pennies on the dollar. So all that to say, thank you, and we're getting places, and I'm really excited about the future of this channel. As always, I've got lots of plans, lots of things I want to do on the channel, but it's just really difficult to make the time. But one step at a time, right? That's the beauty of it. I've got nothing but time until I don't, and so we just have to seize today and just do my best every day, work on my projects, and have fun while doing it. So cool. Thank you guys so much for that. After the stream, I went to go see the new Doctor Strange movie. I didn't have any expectations going into it. Let me know if you guys watched the new Doctor Strange. It's called Multiverse of Madness or something. I just know it as the new Doctor Strange movie. And if you guys went to go see it, let me know what you think. It was an interesting one. I went into it without watching trailers or knowing pretty much anything about it. The only thing that I really knew, and I guess I'll just say spoilers. If you don't want to hear about this, just skip ahead a few minutes. The only thing I knew was that Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, was in the movie. that was like teased in it's not really a spoiler because that was in the trailers and that was teased very publicly on the internet. That's the only thing I knew going into it, so I was really excited about it because Wanda is my favorite MCU hero character and I just adore her. I think she's so crazy and awesome and I just love her. Well, I don't want to spoil anything by saying the plot or anything like that, but I will say this. The movie was so much different than I thought it was going to be. I was floored. I think I audibly gasped in the theater when the big reveal was revealed, and I was like, oh, what? I had no idea that the movie was going to go that way, if you know what I'm talking about. I thought that everybody was going to be on the same team working together. I did not know that the rivals in the movie were going to be who they were, if that makes sense. And I was like, what? I was so shocked. And it was much darker of a movie than I really thought it would be, because Marvel is typically very funny, even in serious situations. Like, they make jokes and there's just this like lightheartedness about the action. And a lot of times this movie was not. This movie was very dark and heavy, and a lot of people are comparing it to, it's almost like as if Marvel made a horror movie, because there were parts that I was like, I'm gonna have nightmares. Like, this is intense. So I had no idea what I was walking into, but it was really fun, and we did get to go see that. That wasn't after the stream. That was on my actual birthday. That was after I did the restock on my birthday, and we went to go see that after, and it was a lot of fun. So let me know if you guys saw that movie, and let me know what you think. That's what we did for my birthday. Also for my birthday, as on the live stream, as you guys would have seen, I've kind of gotten into slime because I'm a child. I'm a literal child. Oh my God. My husband got me this fancy slime from Momo. What's her full name? Just Momo Slime, I think. And he got me this slime called Rice Krispie Treats Mermaid Krispies. And on stream, it was very melted down and sticky because he had received it and it had like sat in the container for a while. So I didn't get to like mix it and play with it together on stream because it was just too sticky and it was making a mess. Well, I have since figured out how to activate slime. I'm a slime professional now. I'm a slimer now. Am I 10? But I have since figured it out, and I have got to say, you guys, I'm in love with slime as like as an anxiety tool, as a sensory just gadget. It is so wonderful. I enjoy it so much, you guys. It is something that I use daily whenever I feel my anxiety building. A fidget, something to fidget with and bring my anxiety down to a more functional level. So yeah, this one, it smells so good. It feels good. It's just a great sensory experience. I love the sounds it makes when you're squishing it. So what I've done is I actually did make a video assembling this, because this was a DIY kit. It came, I'll insert a picture, but it came with like this beautiful Rice Krispie and all these add-ins, and it's really fancy. This is like fancy slime. It's not what you think of just from Nickelodeon or whatever. And yeah, I actually filmed a video assembling it and playing with it, and then I have since gone on and ordered 5 more slimes. I have since gone on and ordered 5 more slimes from the same shop because I did get some birthday money that I just wanted to play with. So, yep. And I made a video. I know it's kind of out of the normal realm of content here on my channel, but I think it's really fun. It's very satisfying, and it's just something I want to test the waters in and see if anybody enjoys watching. So just gotta get that video uploaded, edited, all of that jazz, and then you guys can see what I mean about slime being so heavenly. It is just, I just love the way this smells. I just love it. It's just such a wonderful invention. And so, you know, it's not just for kids. It is for kids at heart and adults with anxiety as well. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update on that. I think I'm going to be streaming this next upcoming Tuesday. Whenever you see this, the following Tuesday, I do plan to go live and have a stream where I'm playing with a slime kit that Robin, thank you Robin, purchased for me for my birthday. I think that'd be really fun to play with you guys live on stream, and you guys can tell me kind of what add-ins and I don't know. It's just something silly and fun to do together. I think that's what we're going to do at my next live stream. Other than that, what else has been going on with me? I've had a major project in my house, actually, not in my house, outside my house, in my backyard. And that is building a raised flower bed or garden or whatever you would call it. This has kind of been a vision and a goal of mine since forever. And I would really like to say, I'm trying to think back when I first got interested in growing plants and gardening. I'm not good at it. I don't have a green thumb. I'm not one of those people that has just plants all over my house and they're just flourishing and I name them and stuff. I'm not one of those people, but I am a person who really enjoys I love, and I think I've said this before in my podcast, I love going outside and just admiring the beauty of nature, and that includes plants and animals and just the sounds and just being outside of the four walls of your room or your house, and just going outside and observing the little things that are happening all around you to sustain life on our beautiful planet. I think it's so fun, and it's amazing to me to slow down and think, like, all the way down to the bugs that are crawling around. This is the cycle of life that's sustaining this crazy complicated life that I'm living here on this planet. Like, you know what I mean? These trees here, they put off oxygen so I can breathe every day. You can really go down a loophole with that one, but I just really like nature. It's really beautiful to observe, and I think it's really fun to get involved with nature. And one thing that I really enjoy is plants and watching them grow, and I like bugs when they're outside. We've discussed this. I have a little butterfly net that if I do ever find any caterpillars or cocoons, I like to take it and put it inside the net, not only for my own selfish pleasure to observe their transformation into a butterfly or moth, but to protect them, of course, from predators and let them, go through their little process and become a beautiful butterfly. Literally this night, right after I talked about this, I found a caterpillar. I think it's actually going to become a moth. I think it's called a salt marsh moth, if I'm identifying it correctly. But regardless, I picked him up and he has safely cocooned now in my net. So I'll update you guys whenever he comes out, and I hope he makes it. Oh my gosh, everyone say a little prayer for this little guy. We should name him. Leave a comment with what you would name him down below. Okay, where was I going with that? When did I first become interested? I've always been interested in like nature and stuff, but the thing that kind of set off, I really want to grow plants and have a raised garden when I have a house, is when I lived in my apartment. There was this lady, and I can't remember how I started a conversation with her. I think she was just kind of outside my front door, because outside my front door at my apartment was parking, just general parking. And she was giving plants out of the back of her trunk. This is going to sound really sketchy at first, but bear with me. She was giving plants out of the back of her trunk to another neighbor. And I kind of walked by and she was like, "Hey, do you want any plants?" This is going to sound so sketchy. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, are you selling them? And she explained to me that she was a nurse at a fellow, I think, elementary school, maybe middle school, I'm not sure. And since COVID had closed things down, this was like right before we moved. Since COVID had closed things down, they had a bunch of plants that they were growing in like science class or something at the school, and nobody was at the building anymore, so they were just taking the plants home and letting whoever take them, if that makes sense. Like, I think the kids had started them from seeds and like herbs and vegetables and watched the germination process and was learning about that in class. Well, everyone was at home and no one was going to take care of the plants. So instead of just letting all them die, they were like, yeah, just give them away. Just get rid of them. So she just had this trunk full of like herbs and vegetables. And I was like, okay. So she gave me a few things off the top of my head. I remember we had like a rosemary plant, parsley, onions. We had peppers, just all these like little random herbs and vegetables. And I think we had chives as well. And we planted them all in pots around our little patio area. And I actually would like cook with them, which was really cool to take clippings from these plants and cook with them. That was just like so cool to do in full circle. And the parsley plant actually ended up getting a bunch of eggs on it from a butterfly and subsequently a bunch of caterpillars. And it turned out to be one of the most prettiest butterflies I've ever seen. I'll see if I can dig up pictures to put in or video or whatever. And oh my gosh, this like was such a special moment in my life to watch these caterpillars, and I was a little late actually obtaining one and putting it in a container to watch. So either I don't know if they got eaten by a bird, I feel really bad, or if they had actually crawled away and cocooned somewhere else. But eventually I caught one and put it in a container and watched the process of that caterpillar turning into a butterfly, and it turned into the most beautiful butterfly and was such a magical experience. And I was just like, this is amazing. This is amazing. I want to plant plants like this. When I have an actual proper yard, I want to plant plants like this and just like, watch the butterflies and the bees and the plants. And it's just, oh my God, it just brings me so much joy to think about those things and the beauty of it. And so that's how I became super interested. So we built a raised flower garden, bed, whatever you want to call it, in the backyard. And I'm really happy about this. My backyard has been a big giant blank slate since we moved in. We moved in a new construction home. And yeah, so I'll just show you video clips of this thing. We went to Lowe's and we got these planter blocks to go on the corner, and then we cut some wood pieces that would go around and build the structure of the bed. As you can see, the left side when you're looking at it is higher and the right side is lower. The left side is going to be all herbs and vegetables, and then the right side is going to be where I grow flowers. So I'm really excited. I keep calling this my adult sandbox because I'm just kind of playing with it. It doesn't have a strict plan. When I planted seeds in this thing, I didn't strictly line up the spacing and the rows and all of that. I just kind of buried seeds and was digging around in this fresh dirt. And yeah. And why is it raised? Well, here in Texas, oh my God. The clay. I have footage of this as well. I was trying to plant a shrub the other day, and oh my God, trying to dig the hole into the clay was so hard. It's so stiff, and when it rains, it gets so wet and icky, and it's just, oh my God, trying to dig into the clay is such a freaking nightmare. And I can imagine planting any plants just straight up in the clay. Their poor roots get suffocated. They don't have anywhere to grow. They don't have any fresh dirt. So, it's just so difficult. So instead of digging into the ground and trying to fill it with fresh dirt, that would be hella work. We're like, let's just pour dirt on top of the ground and build a box around it, because that would just be easier. And it's this beautiful loose dirt that I can just play with my hands and bury seeds, and it's, oh my God, it's heaven. I love it. I love it so much. The only thing we have to do left is probably stain the wood a nice color that matches our fence, but other than that, it's pretty much done. Costed a lot of money, but it's very well worth it. They are giant. I'll tell you guys what I planted there. And I plan to kind of give updates through the summer and fall on my gardens. I'm getting dirt everywhere. Because I think it's going to be fun to watch it progress. As of right now, there isn't a whole lot growing. I planted a lot of seeds, and then there's 2 actual plants that I planted, which I'll get to in just a bit. The things that's popping up first is little baby arugula plants. So cute. And then my sunflowers are also popping up at the moment. And then there's a couple of little unidentified little saplings that I have actually transplanted from other places in my yard. I don't know what they are, but it's going to be fun to see if they survive and see if we figure out what it is. Okay, so what did I plant? So first of all, I planted cilantro. This was a plant that I just straight up bought. It's not doing super hot. I don't know if it's because of the sun, if it's like too hot and the sun's beating down. There's also another issue where I think our sprinklers are like directly hitting it. So it's not really flourishing, but I'm going to leave it alone, let it do its thing and see what happens. I planted a tomato plant. This seems to be doing good. I'm excited to see if that puts off tomatoes. Then we planted parsley, which I'm hoping will attract the butterflies again because those were the prettiest butterflies ever. Oh my God, I loved them. I forgot the name of them. I don't remember, but it was very pretty butterflies, and I will show pictures, of course, if you're watching the visuals of this podcast. Also planted oregano. My husband loves to eat pasta and a lot of Italian stuff. He picked oregano, which I think is complements Italian food. Arugula, which has already started springing up in the last couple of days. I hate arugula when you eat it. I hate it. My husband loves it. It's his favorite lettuce leaf, and I'm like, this is disgusting, but he picked it again. We also planted some scallions, or aka bunching onions. These are so useful in cooking. I mean, you can literally add scallions to any meal that you possibly cook. I planted some zucchini, aka summer squash. I love zucchini. This is my favorite vegetable, so I am very much hoping that these plants do well because I would love to eat zucchini that I grew in my own backyard. That would be so freaking epic. Yeah, so I picked those. Awesome. And then later we added on a few more things. I'm going to try to grow little tiny pumpkins. They're called mandarin pumpkins. Sorry about the dirt on here. But yeah, we're going to see if I can grow any pumpkins. So I planted some of those. And then also planted bell peppers. Where is my packet? Also planted bell peppers. You can't go wrong with bell peppers. If this actually spawns any peppers, grand bell peppers, then definitely can use those in cooking and stuff. So that is all that is planted in the urban vegetable side of my garden. We'll see how it does. If you guys would like, I would be happy to give you guys little updates here and there, and show footage of the process of my garden actually growing. But if not, and you're like, we didn't come here for gardening, then that's fine. This is just something that I love, and yeah, let me know if you want to see more on my garden. On the other side is my flowers side of the garden. And we planted sunflowers in autumn colors. So they're not, I guess, not your typical just bright yellow sunflowers. It looks like they're kind of in shades of orange and yellow from the picture on the packet. Those are already popping up. They're so cute. Also planted something called Johnny Jump Ups, which I don't have any experience with, and I don't really know what those are, but the picture looked cool. Carnations. I love carnations, you guys. When you cut these and you put these in flower bouquets, they last so long, and it's so wonderful, and they're so beautiful, and they're so cheap, and they're so simple, but they're beautiful. Like, they're so underrated. Carnations, they're great, and I think this is a mixture of colors. Something called Columbine, which I'm also not familiar with, but looked pretty on the cover, so we're gonna try it. Then we purchased more on a different day. Let me know if you guys know anything about these plants and your experience with them. Some hollyhock summer carnival mix. These they're kind of interesting. It says blooms second year, so we probably won't get blooms this year, but it seems like it's a perennial that'll come back next year and bloom next year once it's more mature, I guess. I don't know, but I thought they're pretty. What's next? Delphinium, which is I kind of look like hyacinths, like this. Delphinium blooms every year, so another perennial, which is great because then you don't have to just keep purchasing new seeds or plants. Bachelor buttons, these are cute. They're little like purple little puffs. And I really love that these say loved by pollinators. That's good. Save the bees. Save the bees. Sweet pea. Sweet pea. Apple of my eye. Whoa, it feels like there's still a seed in here. There is, I think. Or, I don't know what that is. Questionable. Sweet pea. Pretty. All these say they like full sun. This bed is in the full sun. I think one of these said full sun or partial shade. Those might die. African daisies. Very pretty. And then last but not least, I got a packet of wildflowers because it said hummingbird mix and I couldn't resist. I absolutely love hummingbirds, and attracting them to my yard is just such a lovely idea to me, and I really hope we get to see some. So this is just a packet of random wildflowers, and I spread these about, not in my raised flower beds we built per se. I spread them in some other areas of my yard to see if they come up, like in some other in-ground beds. So we'll see. And it says love by pollinators, hummingbird mix, so maybe we'll get some bees and some hummingbirds and all that jazz. But yeah, I think that's about it for all that's going on with me. Obviously, it's a lot. I've still been enjoying the outdoors, and I think it's been really, really good for me. Not perfect, okay? My mental health has been not great, but I'm working on it and doing the best I can every day. So how have you guys been doing? What have you been up to? What is new in your life? Have you been gardening? I would love to hear all about it if you have a garden or you garden every season. And yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, let's talk about what is new with Munimade, my shop. All right, time to talk about my Etsy shop, Munimade. But yeah, still selling diamond painting trays like hotcakes. I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. And we're always, improving and putting out new colors and new things. One of the things that I love getting to do every month and I have a lot of fun with is designing the curated sets, the monthly curated sets. And this month I made the May set birthday themed because of my birthday. I don't think I've had the chance to show it on the podcast. I apologize if I already have, but I don't think I've had the chance. So I'll put a picture here because I think all of the ones that we actually physically had have been shipped. So yeah, I'll put a picture here. Here's what they look like this month. And these are just special color combinations with maybe some extra little special designs on them that we sell every month. And May includes a tray that is made from birthday party filament because my birthday, and then I didn't want it to be strictly birthday themed so you can use it in other cases, so we put this really adorable cupcake imprint on the bottom of the lid, and it's just so much fun. These have been so popular. People have really liked the set this month, and they of course sell first, and that's like the most highly sought after thing. But we only make a few of them every week. They're always intended to be a limited edition curated set. We never intended to just like make a ton of those, and that's because if we only focused on making those, then we wouldn't be able to fulfill people's custom orders they placed, and we wouldn't be able to make any other stock to list during the weeks. So yeah, they're limited edition. If you get one, then that's really awesome. And I've had the question of whether or not they can be custom ordered later, and the answer is sort of. If the colors of filament I use to put together those sets are ones we continue to have, then of course you can custom order a tray, lid, and stopper that are different colors. It's just you can't custom order any icons to be changed at this point besides just the lettering on the side or simple icons to go next to your name on the side. So you cannot custom order the cupcake or anything like that imprinted in the lid at this time. That's what makes these sets special, because they're meant to be something that's fun and special, and if you get one, it's unique. So No, they can sort of be custom ordered. If you really like the color combination, you can custom order that later if you miss out on the drops, but not the cupcake thing. We still have one more restock left in the month of May, and then the following one is on June 1st. I'd have to decide on whether or not I would list the May trays then, or we'll switch over to our June ones by then. But we have a really fun, exciting plan for June. I don't want to reveal too much about it yet, but we are going to be doing a collaboration with a creator for their diamond paint along, and I'm really excited. So I gotta get to work and design a cute little set to go with the diamond paint along, and I'm excited to tell you guys about that in June. But we still have at least one more week with the May cupcake trays, so you guys can try to get them next week if you have not been successful so far. Other than that, I haven't really been able to get too many handmade things up, but the month is not over yet, and I still have a crochet restock planned next week. But I have spent some time working really hard on a scrunchie restock that actually, at the time of filming this, was completed yesterday. So I have made, and this technically is a finish, so I guess I'll come back to this, but it's technically like a finished items that I'll show you guys, but just did an awesome scrunchie restock. If you are unfamiliar with my scrunchies that I make, oh my gosh, they are my favorites. I wear them all the time. They feature like wide elastic that really holds your hair snugly. They're really soft. They come in super fun patterns. They're branded. It's just fabulous. I love these scrunchies and I cannot get enough. They're fun to make, and I enjoy the handmade scrunchies so much myself, and I love selling them as well. So I just restocked a bunch of those. If you're in the market for scrunchies to hold your hair out of your way as the weather heats up, then check out my shop at munimade.com as always. Other than that, with the trays, we are trying to ramp up our production. As you know, I've talked about this a lot, but it's really hard as a small, really micro business, little family business, to keep up with the demand that people have for our products. We're not a factory. We don't just produce endless products. We take our time and produce what we believe is good products. And sometimes there's bumps in the road. We've had lots of issues lately with machines not working, and yeah, that's just really out of our control, and all we can do is continue to maintain them and do our best. But we have I don't want to get anyone too excited, but we've started a project of kind of figuring out how to organize our garage in a way such that we can have more of a print farm, if that makes sense. Up until now, all of our machines have been housed inside the home, but we're kind of in a phase where we're attempting to move them out into the garage. This is an issue because Texas, it gets very hot in the summer, so I'm unsure how the printers are going to perform in the summer Texas heat. Also unsure what's going to happen in the winter. We might have to do some kind of insulation and renovation to our garage. I don't know yet, but we're working on it. And the idea is that if we can get a firm grasp on printing in the garage, that we would have more space to put in more machines and, of course, ramp up production. Also, not selfishly, I mean, it's a good selfish thing, trying to think about our future and our home, and like, if we want to start our family, where is that gonna go? Where is the child gonna go in the house? So things like that is definitely an ongoing project. But other than that, business as normal. I want to give a huge thank you to every single person who has ever purchased anything from me or my shop. Thank you so much. You make my dreams come true every single day, and I am so grateful for you guys to get to do what I do. I look forward to continue serving you with both crafting supplies, like the diamond painting trays everybody knows and loves. I have other ideas in the pipeline. These things take time. We're not in a race or a rush. We take our time and do things that we full-heartedly believe in and are very confident in the quality. And so, yeah, really excited for what's to come. Those crochet kits, I keep talking about them every week. I'm so frustrated. All I'm waiting on is the dang scissors, and I don't know what happened to them, but they haven't showed up in the mail. So I submitted an inquiry. So yeah, but you know what? Out of my control, nothing I can do. It's all good. So yeah, let's move on into my finishes, my finished crafts that I have been finishing lately. And before we do that, as always, Munimade.com is where you guys can find anything I have available for purchase. If you would like to support me in my shop or purchase something fun and handmade or made by a family business. So thank you for your support. Check out Munimade.com. All right, let me show you guys what I have finished as of lately. Okay, so as mentioned, I have worked on a very large scrunchie restock. I have implemented lots of new patterns into the shop, and then there's old patterns as well that I have restocked, things that went out of stock that I have restocked. The way it works, you can actually purchase in my shop this probably should have went under the shop section, but you can purchase a scrunchie bundle for a little bit cheaper of either 3 scrunchies or 5 scrunchies. And in that bundle, there's pictures of all of your options. There are more options you can put in a bundle than there is individual listings. I only individually list scrunchies that are best sellers. Okay, ones that don't sell as often, I just put those to the side and put those in the bundle listing. Anywho's, let me show you guys what I made and some of the new patterns we have added to the shop. I'm going to have to remember what I called these so that if you guys would like to purchase them, I can tell you what they're called and the names of them. Let me check. So this is the first one. This one is really pretty. It has red, white, and blue florals, which I think is absolutely perfect for the summer and for maybe 4th of July celebrations. I think that's a rose on there. I think it just has blue and red roses on a white background. I'm calling this Heritage Floral Scrunchie because I think that's the name of the fabric that I used. But yeah, kind of like a red, white, and blue Moroccan theme, and it is really beautiful and classy. Next one I'm pulling out of here, this one is a deep navy blue, and it's got some floral motifs on it. This one is called Maisie All Over. Again, something I picked up from the name of the fabric, but these are made from cotton fabric, super stretchy, super cute. Just all around best scrunchies you will ever find. Way better than anything you can buy at the store. I love them. And okay, I'm biased because I made them, but I also personally wear one of these in my hair every day. They're so great. They're so great. Next one, this one is called Spring Ditzy on my shop. And this one's yellow with pink florals on it. I love this one so much. So beautiful. This one is called Washi Trellis. I don't know why it's called that. I couldn't come up with any other names for these. I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's got kind of a almost like a Moroccan pattern, like a mosaic looking pattern like that with dots. It's really cute and nice everyday pattern scrunchie. Then we have this one that's a patchwork scrunchie. So it's got these little patchwork, kind of looks like a quilted with florals and other patterns. Really fun. By the way, most of these fabrics are made by Pioneer Woman, so that's why they kind of have that vibe. Yes, Pioneer Woman apparently makes fabric now. And I discovered it at Walmart, and I was like, I've got to have them all because they're just so beautiful. Next, this one we're calling, I think, Vintage Floral, and it's a bunch of florals on a turquoise sort of background. This one I made a lot of because I'm kind of anticipating that this is going to be a favorite. But you know what? Sometimes I'm wrong. But yeah, I have a lot of those. And then I think that's all of the Pioneer Woman ones. And then we'll go into... I made some unicorn ones. These are so cute. I just punched the microphone out of excitement. These have unicorns on it and they're wearing like floral little flower crowns. So cute. And the color, the pastel blue, is just so amazing. So these beautiful, love it. In addition to those, these are all of the new patterns that I put up. I did restock some oldies but goodies, not limited to, but including the Friends pattern scrunchie that I sell. This one, it's like a pink petal pattern. We've got more. This one was very popular. I was very surprised by that. It's a very simple scrunchie, and it's just kind of purple tie-dye. There's a fuzz, purple tie-dye. This one, like, always is very popular. And I think I was a little bit surprised by that. I never know what's going to be popular, because the things that I like are different than what what everyone else actually likes. We did some more Harry Potter newspaper scrunchies with like newspaper headlines from Harry Potter. I don't remember which of these have been restocked and which are not. This one's really cute. This is one of the things that I'm like, this is really, really cute, and it's not popular. It's got these cute little sayings on it that are from, it's got little Disney princess motifs. So this says, "Be a friend you can trust." And this one says, "Be beautiful inside and out." And it has the Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast and the little cup. This one says, "Live your dreams," and it's got Pascal from Tangled. So it's a really cute little scrunchie to remind you of happy things. We've got this hydrangeas one. It's got pink hydrangeas on it. I can't remember what's new and what's not. We've got the Harry Potter, what is this, Horcrux? I don't know. In my shop, golden triangles. I think I did more Hedwig ones. Those are always very popular. Everybody loves the Hedwig scrunchies. Everybody is a sucker for the Hedwig scrunchies. Yes. Love you, Hedwig. Yeah, and then you can't buy these individually, but I did make a bunch of Baby Yoda scrunchies that you can purchase in the scrunchie pack. Cute little Baby Yoda scrunchies. So yeah, I won't bore you with too much more, but I like making scrunchies. I love filling my shop with them, and my shop has just been freshly updated with a ton of scrunchies, including several brand new patterns. So check it out, you guys. Check it out. I worked really hard on filling this whole bucket full of scrunchies. So yeah, if you need a scrunchie for yourself, they sell for $6 each, typically. All of them are $6, except for I do have one clearance scrunchie for $4, because it's when I first started sewing and it's not as good quality. But everything else is $6, and then you can bundle them together and save. A 3-pack is $15 and a 5-pack is $22. So, okay, next finish that I finished. I'm really excited about this one. This is Twiggy from Animal Crossing. I showed her in progress, but this is a villager out of the Nintendo game Animal Crossing, and she is a bird. I don't know what kind of bird. And this is a very unique project to me because I completely freehanded it. Typically when I crochet things, I normally follow patterns. It's just easier to me that way. It takes less mental power. You just follow the pattern. And I of course I make customizations on the pattern, but for the most part I crochet from patterns. I'm not typically a freehand crocheter. However, when I do take on commissions, sometimes people want things that there don't exist patterns out there for those things. So Twiggy is a less popular Animal Crossing villager, so there's just not any patterns out there for her. And I was like, well, guess we're winging it. So I made myself a Twiggy. Not myself. I made a Twiggy all by myself. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is a commission for my good friend Robin. It's not for her. It's actually for her granddaughter who loves Twiggy from Animal Crossing. And I am so happy to say that she is complete. Scared brushes. I'm so happy to say that she is complete. And I really like how she came out. It was a challenge for me. It was a good challenge. Really testing my skills as a crochet artist, and I think I'm fully capable of designing patterns in the future, and it's something that I wish I would love to do. You know what? It's like a bucket list, like someday how cool would it be to publish a crochet pattern book? That would just be so incredible, but it's one of those things. It's like there's so many things in life I want to do. How do I find the time or create the time in my life for all of these things? It's difficult. It feels like a losing battle sometimes, just to try to figure out how to freaking have the time to do all these projects. But I think I'm fully capable of designing patterns, and I would love to make more of them in the future. And I think, it would be difficult, but something that I would really find rewarding in the end. So I'm going to put a picture up of what the actual character looks like. You guys can be the judge. You can be as honest as you would like. Do you think I did a good job representing this character in plushie form? I didn't have a pattern. I didn't even have a base shape. I literally just wung it. And this is how she turned out. I tried to make her, if you look at the picture, her head isn't perfectly round. It kind of flares out at the bottom. So I really worked hard on getting that shape right. She has felt details for her eyes. The only other thing, I know her eyes typically, they have like a lighter blue ring around it, but that's kind of hard to express with the medium that we're working with here. This is her beak. She does have an angry expression. Her shirt, typically in game, I think she's wearing a different shirt, but her favorite color is pink, and I just kind of made up a shirt as I went, and I think it turned out pretty cute. These are her arms, and then, the tail. Oh my god, the tail is a very interesting shape. I don't know if I'm 100% satisfied with it, but I really tried to mimic the idea that these are feathers. Like, this is a feathered tail. I think it looks good when you're far away, but when you're up close, you're like, what is that? But I tried to mimic the idea that this is like feathers and that this is her tail. It kind of has these little like rounded bits on the end if you look at the picture, and then it has these green feathers that are coming out over top. So I really tried with the crochet details to bring that across. And we go down to her leggies. She does have some brown stripes on her legs. In some depictions of Twiggy, she's got brown lines all the way down to her toes, but I just included them on her legs as far as my interpretation of this character. But this is Little Miss Twiggy. I'm really happy she's done, and I will be sending her off probably today as soon as I get some little glamour shots of you and take some pictures for my Instagram portfolio, and then I'll mail her off, and hopefully Robin's granddaughter will really, really enjoy her as her favorite Animal Crossing character. She's quite large as well, compared to a lot of the things that I typically crochet, but I think she's a great size. Oh, little Twiggy, thank you for allowing me to create you. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. As far as other finishes, I haven't completed any other crafts, but that doesn't mean that I haven't been working on stuff. I even started, dare I say, I started a brand new craft. I know I shouldn't have. I've got so many things. I've got so many works in progress. I shouldn't be starting new crafts. I really shouldn't, but I did because my husband, he got me a birthday gift and I've been playing with it and it's been a lot of fun. So let's talk about the things I have in progress for the works in progress section. Where are you going? Bye. She's not interested in my works in progress. She's like, she's always starting things and not finishing. So for my birthday, my husband got me a resin starter kit, and it includes molds for coasters, and includes glitter and little flaky unicorn flakies or whatever, and it includes just everything you need to kind of get started creating some fun stuff with resin. Now, I'm just gonna put a complete honest disclaimer here. Resin can be dangerous and harmful to work with for your health. And by that, I mean, if you don't use proper protection and take proper precautions when you're working with it. A lot of people have reported having allergic reactions and having health issues from working with resin. So I'm kind of hesitant to, oh, baby, no. Okay, I'm going to let her free. So I'm very hesitant when it comes to starting a hobby with working with resin. I obviously do not want to create any health problems for myself. So I'm going to do my best to take the proper precautions to be safe when working with it. I also think a lot of these reports have to do with people being just straight up allergic to resin. So it's, I think it's a different experience for everyone, and everyone has an amount of risk that they're comfortable with. But I've been playing with it. I've so far made very small items. I have not been adventurous enough to make the whole coaster because those are like this big, and I don't want to waste all the resin if I'm not confident yet enough to make those things. So I have a couple of other molds that I've purchased additionally that I've been playing with. And the first thing I made was this. It is a heart with glitter in it. I really enjoy how it came out. There is one little mess up in it that bothers me. See if you can spot it. Maybe not. It really doesn't there it goes. There it goes. It doesn't show up on camera as much. So there's like a big unicorn flaky that actually dropped into my mixture that I didn't realize. That's kind of messing up the finish. But hey, it's perfectly imperfect. And I actually turned it into a cover minder for diamond painting, and I included a magnet in the back of it. Now this is just a straight up heart. I love the look of it. You can see how the glitter kind of settled at the bottom and has this gradient effect, and I just think that looks so pretty. I didn't do that on purpose. I just poured the glitter in, and I didn't realize that it would settle in that way, but I think it turned out great like that. So that's been fun. Then I tried a couple of other things with my leftover resin. I poured it into some other little molds. Literally, I don't know what I'll do with this. I just made like a little butterfly. It's not perfect. It's got some bubbles in it and some chunks missing out of it, but it looks pretty good. I made also this little flower, but it's hard to tell what it is because I didn't put any dye in it. And then in another session, so I decided to try to put stickers in the middle of the resin pour to see what that was like. And I picked out these really cute stickers. And this was a total fail, so this is very unfortunate. But I picked out some flowers and a butterfly. And the way the glitter is, it sinks to the bottom when you pour it. So I poured it like this. The glitter sinks to the bottom, and it covered the stickers. So what I should have done is I should have poured a layer of clear resin, let that cure for a little bit, then put the stickers. Okay, let that cure for a little bit longer. And then I should have poured my glitter so that the glitter didn't actually sink all the way in front of the stickers. But hey, lesson learned. But I do like the way that the glitter looks, and I am really enjoying this mold. It comes out absolutely perfect. There's no bubbles or anything on the side. It is wonderful. If I wanted to turn this into a cover minder, I still can. I can add a magnet on the back, but it was a fail. But as you can see, I put stickers in there, and they just kind of got covered by the glitter, and the effect that I was looking for is not there, sadly. So then I tried again, and I actually changed the way that I put in the stickers. So this is the way you pour it, right? And I put the stickers face down. This one, I put the stickers face up. Same mistake though. I should have poured a clear layer and let that cure and then put the stickers so that that clear layer kind of acts like a sort of glue. What happened is the stickers kept floating to the top, and then I kept having to push them down. And what it did is it made my resin pour just very lumpy, not entirely cured properly. Yeah, just not a super great option. All the unicorn flakies floated around. So I'm kind of learning with when you put things in resin, it'll float, it'll move, and not be where you put it when you first poured it in, which is super unfortunate. But hey, I'm practicing. And then outside of that, I just made a lot of other little random bits and bobs, a little butterfly, little ladybug. I might include these inside of another resin pour. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. This one I like how this turned out. It's a bee, and I put pink dye into the resin, but all the gold glitter sank to the top. I just think it came out really cool. This rose looks quite cool as well. So I might use these inside some other resin projects. This one's like, this is what I mean. I poured some resin and it cured a little bit, and then I poured another round and it kind of made layers. So one thing that I'm actually going to try, since I like gardening so much, and since I have a whole flower garden that hopefully will pop up from all those seeds I planted, I'm going to attempt to dry flowers and make resin artwork with it, including hopefully like some cover minders or / needle minders for crafting. Maybe. So I have a bin right now that has some flowers drying in it. I'll input some footage, and they look really good. I'm going to leave them in there for a couple of days and just kind of set out my plan. I don't want to mess it up. And then I might try to make some of I really like this heart mold that I have. I really don't have that many molds, but I like this heart mold as far as it goes for a little cover minder. And I think I might try to put, florals into it and see how that turns out. But for the most part, I'm just playing around. Precautions that I'm taking. When I do this, I don't have a professional respirator, but it's something that's on my mind. If resin crafts is something that I want to continue to do, I will most definitely invest in a respirator. But for now, when I do my resin pours, I will sit on my backyard, on my patio in my backyard, and do those pours. The problem is if wind blows, which I had with this one, it'll like blow stuff around and blah, and you don't want any bugs to land in it. So it's a less controlled environment, but at least there's airflow and you're not breathing in those toxic fumes. One thing that surprised me is when people talk about how toxic resin is, I thought it would stink really bad and smell really bad like chemicals. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it really doesn't have a smell at all, which I think is why it's so dangerous, is because you don't realize how much fumes that you're breathing in. The way it works, if in case anyone has never tried it before, is you pour the resin and then you pour a hardener together in a 1-to-1 ratio. Depending on what brand you buy, it might have a different ratio, but there's a chemical reaction that happens that like hardens it, and that chemical reaction offsets fumes into the air, which are not healthy for a human or animals around to breathe in. So I try to do this outside and have airflow that way, and also working with gloves on my hands. I have already messed up and gotten resin on my hands. Nothing happened. I didn't have a rash. I didn't, it kind of easily washed off. So, but don't be me. Wear gloves. And I think I've kind of learned my lesson with like that scare of getting resin on my hands, because everybody just talks about, oh, it's so bad and it'll seep in your skin, and like there's some really scary stuff out there about resin crafting, and it's just so conflicting because people make such cool stuff with resin, but it's kind of scary how dangerous people say it is. So with that being said, if you guys would like to try resin crafts for yourself, just please do your research and be aware that there are precautions that need to be taken with this craft. It is one that's a little bit more dangerous than other crafts. Anyways, so I've been doing that. We'll see what I am able to create, but for now I've just been playing and making some test things. So we'll see what I end up with. Okay. So I guess I'm calling that a work in progress. I'm just playing with resin. Other works in progress, I have been able to work more on my knitted shawl. It just basically grows every time I talk to you guys. If you haven't seen this before, it's a shawl. Yes, we're going into summer and I'm knitting a shawl. Don't ask questions. It's in a boomerang shape like this. And it's got fringe on the end, and it's meant to look very haphazard and kind of a boho. That's the style of it. So yeah, it has fringe on one end, and then when I finish it and it gets to the size that I want it to be, I will add fringe on the other end as well. But here she is. She's growing. She's growing. I basically just kind of work on this when I want to wind down and just do something pretty mindless. It's a pretty easy project, but yeah, I've been working on knitting. I've also pulled out my miniature since I last talked to you guys, which is like really exciting. Yes, indeed. I've been working on my miniature. I actually have a couple of in-progress miniatures, but the one that I'm kind of focused on is my greenhouse miniature. I think it's called like Kathy's Flower Shop, something greenhouse. I'll put a picture here what the finished project is supposed to be, and I'll link it in the description, but it's a greenhouse, and I did a little bit of work on that, and I'm trying to remember what exactly I did. You know what? I'm just going to insert a clip because it's just so much easier to show you guys like a little close-up of an overview of all these little items. But I know I did this. I kind of cut this little paper bag and folded it. I made this little broom. Ah, I dropped it. Little signs, things like that. That's kind of what part of the project I'm in. This one says sunshine. Lovely. Oh, I remember I made this. It's just like a little box that says seed, and it has a piece of fabric and another rolled up piece of fabric in it. So little fun things. I folded some books and things like that, but I'll show you guys a close-up of all of the little bits and pieces for this miniature. And my idea is that when it comes down to it and I'm ready to actually start assembling the greenhouse and put all the pieces together, I want to make a little video that is just a quick little video showing a close-up view of me just assembling the greenhouse. I think that would be so fun and so like mesmerizing to watch. So I'm really excited to have pulled that out and been working on that again. Yeah, okay. Last but not least, I have still been diamond painting. I would say that that's what I like to do most of the time at this point while I'm watching TV at night, just kind of chilling. Because I set up that table I showed you guys. It's a folding table that I pull over my big recliner chair, and it's just so cozy, and it's the best setup I have found for diamond painting, and it's so comfortable and doesn't hurt, and it's just, I love it. And so I've still been diamond painting. The main diamond painting I've been working on is my flower diamond painting. I have an unboxing for that I just need to edit and get posted. But yeah, it's called Rainbow Flower Power. It was one of the releases for the Diamond Art Club anniversary drop, and it is so massive. Yes, that's what she said, but it is so massive, you guys. This painting is huge, humongous. And it's filled with just like every type of flower. And this month's theme in Cal Pals is flowers. So I decided that that would be my flower themed project, or like, obviously I'm not going to finish it, but it's going to be the thing that I work towards and make progress on for Cal Pals this month. So I'll show you guys a clip of what that looks like. I think I have finished 3 flowers and I've started the 4th one. So the way I'm kind of working on it, not perfectly though, because there's some caveats, but I am doing 1 flower at a time. So for example, I started with the flower in I think it's a sunflower in the upper left, and then I did the hibiscus next to it. Then I did the other little flower, and then now I'm working on a larger succulent. And sometimes it's kind of hard to really tell where the border is for one flower next to the one next to it. So I don't exactly know where to stop with my drills. And sometimes I just like get in the flow of things and I go over the border a little bit and start doing the next flower a little bit. But for the most part, I'm trying to do 1 flower at a time. Also, all the flowers are different sizes, so it's hard to like section off. But you know what? I think it's really fun to do 1 flower at a time. It just kind of gives these like attainable little sections. Like I'm working on this succulent right now, and it feels like little micro finishes within the bigger project. So that's been really fun. Honestly, beautiful diamond painting. The drills I've noticed are so sparkly, so amazing. They put so many ABs in it, and it is just a fabulous project. You guys know I love flowers, so that is fabulous. I love that diamond painting, and I highly recommend you guys get it. It is so good. I have an unboxing coming for it where I just go into full detail on it. Just gotta get it edited. Just gotta sit. That's just like the thing that I struggle with, is sitting down, editing. and getting it posted. That's the least fun part to me. But yeah, that is all my works in progress. Plans for crafting. Next week, I have a handmade goods is what I called it, restock. Basically, I have a couple of crochet things that I need to list for sale in my shop. I'm going to do that next week, and maybe I'll finish something in between then and get some other things listed. So plans, definitely crochet some things for sale. My commissions, I'm not ready to open them up just yet. I have a couple of gifts I want to make for people that I'm behind on. And then after that, I'll be ready to accept custom commissions. Again, if you guys want to hire me to make anything for you, anything special. But yeah, not yet. I will let you know. I will let you know when though. But yeah, okay. Let's go to the other stuff category. For my birthday, I actually purchased a few new diamond painting pens. The other ones I will let be a surprise. One is a custom that I'm very, 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 very excited for. It's something that I've been waiting to get for such a long time. But I was able to enter a pick me on the Bistro Blanks Facebook page. If you are unaware of Bistro Blanks, they're a pen turning little family business, and they do instead of doing like drops on Etsy or something like that, they do posts on Facebook and they do a giveaway for a right to buy, which I think is really cool and a great way to deal with kind of more demand than you have availability, which is something that I'm thinking of starting to do in the future, for certain things, like maybe a couple curated sets a month or something like that. Do like a pick me, a right to buy on my Facebook page. So follow me on Facebook because I am seriously considering doing that. But anyways, I was able to enter a pick me on one of their beautiful diamond painting pens, and it has safely arrived. This is a treat yourself item for my birthday with some birthday money. And it's actually my first order that I have purchased directly from Bistro Blanks. Everything else that I own from them has been gifted to me. So yeah, here it comes in a little bubble wrapped package. Let's check it out. If I have some scissors around. Bubble wrapped very good, might I add. Looks like there's a card in here as well. It says thank you on it. And let's read it. Cute little flower card. Says, hello, thank you so much for being a part of our community and supporting a small business. We hope you enjoy your, I can't read that, something flowers, which gives you a hint at what the pen is. Happy painting. From Laura at Bistro. I think I can read that correct. But yeah, here we go. Oh my gosh, and they gave me a little extra. This is so pretty. Oh, they gave me a little extra cover minder, which is a butterfly. I love it. I love butterflies and flowers and purple and pink. It's beautiful. Thank you. And then here is the pen all wrapped up nicely inside. I'm so excited. I just got this in the mail. So just kind of, it's good timing to add it into the podcast. I bet this is going to be even more pretty in person. Oh my god, it's so beautiful, you guys. Here she is. Oh my goodness. So here is the beautiful pen that I got. At the bottom, it has an emerald green and kind of teal tone mesh at the bottom, and then at the top, as you can see, there are these yellow flowers that just look like sunflowers. It really just reminds me of a beautiful field of sunflowers, and it's just so mesmerizing. And I didn't have anything like this in my collection, so yeah, I feel like I kind of have this habit of getting all the pens that look the same, that are all just like purple and pink, but when you're working on diamond paintings, I think it's really fun to match your accessories with what you're working on. So I need to collect a variety of colors. So this is something that I treated myself with for my birthday, and it is so pretty and glossy, as you can see in the reflection of the camera. So Bistro Blanks, awesome pen turner. They've been known to make some other things as well, like I have a seam ripper from them that is really cool, and I use it all the time when I make my scrunchies. And yeah, I love their work, so check them out and go support a wonderful small business. Yay! Thank you, Mr. Blanks. Happy birthday to me. I want to say a huge thank you to Ginny, my friend Ginny, for sending me this adorable birthday card. I love it. I love it a lot. And she included a pen, not a diamond painting pen, like a pen, an actual pen that you write with, you know what I'm saying? And this is the prettiest pen I've ever seen. She had asked me in one of our conversations if I was into stationery, and I liked cute stationery, and I was like, heck yeah, who doesn't freaking love stationery? I love it. I love stationery. This is my journal. I don't know if I've ever showed it, but I love it. It says live more, worry less. Oh gosh, there you go. And it's kind of in this like ombre rainbow colors, and I just love it so much. I love stationery. So she sent me this really fancy pen where you can order refills for it. So I think what's currently in here, she said, is black. Yeah, so there's black ink currently inside of this pen. It's got a little diamond on the end. It's so pretty. And then she sent me refills for both blue and purple, which is so kind. Thank you, Ginny. Thank you for the birthday gift. I really appreciate it. You are awesome. And then as far as everything else, I told you guys about the slime. I have a slime video coming soon. What kinds of other videos do you guys want to see here on the channel with, you know, the idea that I'm getting close to partnership and stuff? There's a lot that I want to make and put on the channel. Some of my ideas, and I want you guys to tell me in the comments which of these ideas are most exciting to you, and then I'll prioritize that. I want to do a craft room tour where I show you guys around my craft room. Maybe in that same video or a different video, do a tour of like our workshop and like where I work. So I will show the printers, and I will show this is where we pack orders and how we pack orders, like a little behind the scenes video. What else? I have the idea to do a video called tips and tricks using Munimade trays, because I have a lot of like just little tips and tricks, you know, about the trays that I would like to include in a video. Of course, there's always unboxings. Those are just kind of easy no-brainers. Another video I want to do maybe is like a how it's made video, sort of, with like the printing process, and show a time lapse of a tray being printed. I'm just trying to think of like all the ideas that I've had come to my mind that I haven't actually brought to fruition. I actually have a list that I'm going to pull up. I want to do a video that teaches people about the waitlist feature on Etsy, because that's back now in some form on my shop. I want to do more streams. I want to do like a whip and chat where I just diamond paint and maybe answer questions. You guys get to know me. I have a lot of ideas of what I would like to do. I would love to continue my crochet series where I teach you guys things on how to crochet. Another video I really want to do is a video all about all of my crochet and other craft books. Most of them are crochet pattern books, but I also have knitting pattern books, a Cricut book, things like that I would love to show you guys. You know, things like that. Are any of these things exciting to you guys? And if not, please let me know what else you're interested in seeing here on the channel. You know, obviously my time and my energy is split in a lot of different ways in life, as a wife, as a homeowner, as a business owner, as a YouTube channel owner, as a friend, as you know, my attention in my life is split in a lot of different ways, but I do my best trying to balance it and just work on things when I can, and always be taking steps towards achieving those goals of mine. So it's a goal to, of course, add more content here on the channel. And yeah, cool. All right. So I'm going to end the video with this. Next podcast is going to probably be shorter / I won't have as much to talk about in it because this podcast is late, and if I want to get back on schedule, then episode 8 is only going to be in about a week from now. So to supplement the content of it, let's do a Q&A. I feel like it's a good time to do a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions for me at all, whether it's something about my personal life, something about my business, something about crafting, anything that you guys are interested in and would like to ask me, just leave that question in the comments down below. And if I find something cool that I want to answer, I will probably ask, people to submit questions on a couple other platforms as well. But if you guys have something that you would like to see me answer in the next episode, please leave that question down below. And I think we'll be doing a little bit of a Q&A in the next episode, just to kind of fill the time there. But yeah, let me know what you would like to know about me, what you would like answered, and I will certainly try to get that answered for you guys in next week's podcast. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys come out to my next planned live stream where we play with slime. It's going to be so much fun. And thank you guys, as always, for being here on the channel. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. I really can't. Just thank you for all that you do, and for I know that I'm talking to a screen right now, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like I'm talking to friends all across the world that I've made that have similar interests to mine and just love crafting and just love vibing together on the internet. I don't know. Thank you for being there for me, for being my friend, supporting my business, and sharing in the crafty goodness with me. I appreciate it so much. You guys are a shining star, and I hope you believe that about yourself. You are a shining star. I hope you go throughout the rest of your day and your week feeling like that, feeling like a shining star. And I hope you allow your creativity to blossom this week and you get some great work done on your projects and your crafts. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. You can find me around the internet, other places. I've got several social medias. I also have a Discord server if you guys want to just hang out and chat with people, including me. And thank you to my Ko-fi members and supporters. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you. We'll end today's episode with saying hi to the star attraction, Miss Precious. This is Precious. Nicknames Pressy, Pressy Weshy, Pessy Washy, Pessy Baby. She's got a lot of little nicknames. But this is Precious. This dog is so important to me. I love her so much. We got her when I was a freshman in high school. As I said, she's shaking. She's nervous because my parents just left. But she is a queen. She has seen me through high school, okay? Those were some tumultuous years. I'm very sorry for all the tears that I've cried onto you. She has seen me through breakups, from loss of friendships, through college. I remember late nights, I would be so stressed over my coursework and homework. I would just lay down on the floor and cuddle next to her in the dog bed, and it'd be 4 a.m. and I'm trying to cram for an exam. And I would just cry. I would just cry into her fur, and then I would just fall asleep with my head laying in her dog bed on the ground because I was so exhausted from college. She has seen me through getting married and moving this strange guy into our house, and then we, moved out, and I'm so sad that I don't live with her now. Precious, I love you. I love you so much. Okay, I'm getting so emotional over this dang dog, but I just love her so much, and she has seen me through some of the biggest times of my life, and I love her. I love her, and it's always so meaningful when she gets to come over and stay with me because I love her so much. So my parents are on a cruise. Good riddance. We're gonna have fun without them, Precious. We're gonna have so much fun without them, right? We're gonna have so much fun without them. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. But yeah, this is the star of the show. This is who started my love of Chihuahuas. I don't think she's full bred Chihuahua. I think she's definitely a mixture. She's much bigger than a normal Chihuahua. But I love my Precious. I love her, and she's an old lady, and I love her so much. Yes, baby. My baby Precious. But anyways, me and her bid you adieu. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye!